this season. Also, it has hidden buttons and a slash pockets, and princess seams. So overall, it's very elegant, and you
stockings.
No, okay, yes. So stockings are key, and these are graphic patterns. We're seeing really striking pantyhose this season. These are by Gerbe. And I was going to say that you like the color combination of black and camel.
I do, actually. I love that.
Very smart looking and a smart choice.
And also, it goes with sort of a little, we have a little equestrian thing on my glove here. I love this thing. I think that's so funny. So you should start singing Yellow Submarine or something, Anne.
And me? Well,
yes, you, Judy.
The Russians are coming.
Yeah, we wanted Laura's theme to play while we had you here.
It's part of the runway.
Anyway, okay.
And then also patterned pantyhose and polka dots. This was a runway look from Gerbe. And boots from Jimmy Choo.
Some of those hats get pretty high, too.
Right.
Okay, do that again because they weren't on your back. Okay. Norman Rockwell, I know you spent 6 years writing this book. Why did you want to write about him?
I took my kid.
You write, to my surprise, I ended up falling half in love with my subject and then dumping him in disgust.
Right.
So what did you love about Norman Rockwell and what did you hate?
I loved that he would.
Let's talk about some of his paintings because he was very, as we can look at some of these, he was very careful to. He was sort of the Rodney Dangerfield of his time. He got no respect. I mean, he was loved by people, but the art critics never really gave him his due. And he, in a way, came to terms with that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Can you tell us, first of all, what has been accomplished by U.S. forces so far?
Yes, we've been in the campaign for 3 weeks now, and initially we went after the strategic targets in the Kandahar area, the Kabul.
Donald Rumsfeld, the Secretary of Defense, talked about this word of civilian casualties being propaganda, but truly, obviously, there probably have been civilian casualties.
Oh, there certainly have been civilian casualties. There has been some propaganda on the other side. This is the
discouraging news about how much this campaign has been able to accomplish. For example, in Sunday's New York Times, allies preparing for a long fight as Taliban digs in. Optimism of early October fades. Eventual victory is seen. There seems to be more negativity pervading this whole campaign, General Smith. We hear that rather than kind of ruining the support of the Taliban or destroying the support of the Taliban, that there's more support for the Taliban and more anti-U.S. sentiment in the region. So is this fair?
Well,
how are you?
I'm doing great. It's a very exciting time in my life, I have to say.
Well, you know, you worked your fanny off for 9 months, and now finally the movie is out. I mean, I would think that there's so much anticipation and so much hard work, blood, sweat, and tears goes into a movie, and so much pressure, frankly.
Right.
When you saw it and you actually experienced with an audience,
well, we were concerned because on film, and I thought, well, the original mantra was
in this movie, you wanted to have an all-British cast. You wanted to have fresh, young faces. You didn't want to go to someone like Haley Joel Osment.
Well, it wasn't. You know, I expected to meet Angela Lansbury.
I know that when she saw the movie, it was, and her reaction, it was one of the high points of your entire life. Tell me what happened.
Well, obviously, I was able to keep fear.
Let's take a look at a clip. The special effects are very impressive. We're going to look at a scene from a very interesting and magical game of chess. That great music by John Williams. You know, when I watched Chris, scenes of you working behind the scenes, I thought, wow, this was a very hard movie to do, wasn't it? I mean, you had incredible special effects, and so that requires, obviously, certain skills. Then you were working with, what, 300 kids? Was that the most kids you had all at once?
At times we had 300 kids, yeah. It was
the rain on your parade, but Steven Spielberg kind of dissed you in a recent issue of Vanity Fair. He said, I purposely did not do the Harry Potter movie because for me that was like shooting ducks in a barrel. It's just a slam dunk. It's like withdrawing $1 billion and putting it into your personal bank account. There's no challenge. Ouch! Where did that come from?
I have no...
Congratulations on everything. You were tremendously helpful when we did our special, and it was great fun to talk with you then, as it has been today. So
thanks.
Nice to see you, Chris.
Nice to be back.
Chris Columbus. What up with that name? But that'll be our next interview, okay? And in case you still don't know, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, as if you don't know, opens nationwide this Friday. Up next, the best toys for toddlers.